Hello everyone, this week's Parashat is Parashat Shlach. In this week, the Torah tells us that we sent out 12 spies ahead of the rest of the nation to go in to Israel, to go and see what the land is like, so that we will have different strategies, prepare, and to bring back fruit from the land. The spies do more than that, and they come back and they say, we can't go into Israel, there are giants there, the land eats its people, we won't be able to beat them. They cry, the nation cries, and as a punishment, we don't actually go into Israel as that generation. Only the next generation goes in. These spies were not just common people from Am Yisrael. They are some of the leaders of the tribes, the big rabbis, the big spiritual leaders. And they fall with this sin. They make it that generation doesn't go into Israel. God didn't ask their opinion, can we go in or can we not? God tells them, you are going into Israel. Go ahead and look. Do we want to come up from the north, from the south? Are we attacking with this strategy or that? Do they have castles? Do they have big walls? Do they have trees? What is their irrigation like? How are all these things working? Because we're going to go and fight them. You need to do your own effort. But God is going to make it happen. And these heads of the generation fall and make this very big mistake. So a lot of the commentaries ask, how could this possibly be that they led them, that these leaders led them into this situation? And there's an answer that says they're sitting outside in the desert all day in a very spiritual setting. The Ananei HaKavod, God is there with them. Food is coming down from the sky. Their shoes aren't going bad. Their clothes aren't getting ruined. They don't need to work. All they need to do is sit and learn the Torah they just received. Just be there with God. And they go and they tell Am Yisrael, when we go into Israel, we're going to have to work. We won't have time for any spirituality. We're going to just become so occupied with this, we won't have time to focus on our relationship with God. And this is an explanation to try to say, what are they trying to do? They're trying to save their relationship with God by sabotaging it in somewhere else. There is no question that Am Yisrael had it easier in the desert before they went in to Israel. There is no question that there are places in the diaspora that it is easier, financially, comfort-wise, even to sit down and be able to learn Torah easier than in Israel. But is that the goal? Or is the ultimate goal that we end up coming to Israel and working and having our life combined with working and learning, doing the mitzvahs, having that as the ideal? We're not supposed to live in a world of miracles that we can see. We're supposed to live in this world, in the natural way that things work. And that is what this parsha is trying to tell us. It says, yes, sometimes things are easier outside of Israel. Yes, sometimes you can even find that you're working on yourself more outside of Israel. But the ultimate goal is Am Yisrael in Eretz Yisrael with Torah Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom.